wakes up after a night filled with panic to find that the objects that had grown in size in the kitchen have returned to their normal shape. Although the physical evidence has disappeared, the displaced chair that he had placed behind the door confirms that someone sneaked into his room while he was asleep under the influence of the mysterious drink. The investigation into the first lie. Amin managed to leave the apartment and realizes that the door was not locked by any special mechanism. It was fear and hallucination that made him feel trapped. He goes to meet his friends and tells them what happened. During the conversation, his friends once again blame him for not taking responsibility and remind him of their warnings about the landlord. While reviewing the events, Amin remembers the strange French phrase that his colleague Amin said when he asked her about the landlord in the first episode. Her pronunciation was wrong, but Amin now realizes that this mispronunciation might be the key to the riddle. The mysterious confrontation and psychological threat. After a failed attempt to reason things out, Amin decides to confront the landlord directly and calls him. Amin asks direct questions about the disappearance of the water faucet and the strange tasting drink. The landlord responds with chilling calmness and asks Amin, "Have you started working?" A clear hint that the landlord knows Amin has begun fulfilling the purpose he came for. The landlord intensifies the psychological pressure on Amin and ends the call with the phrase, "Take responsibility. You are not wrong." This sentence leaves Amin deeply confused as the landlord makes him doubt himself and feel responsible for all the strange events happening around him. Decoding the group and the real neighbor. After the call, Amin returns to analyze the phrase Omaima said. He discovers that her mispronunciation of the French word resembles the pronunciation of another word in a different language. He realizes that this word might be a password or a code. Amin remembers that he was accepted into the mysterious Facebook group. He enters the group and sees that the members exchange strange words and symbols. He connects these symbols with the word he discovered. This revelation leads him to search for the old neighbor he met in the first episode. Amin messages someone on Facebook whose profile matches the neighbor's description. The person calls Amin and confirms that he now lives in Italy and that he left the house some time ago, after the landlord asked him to leave quickly and avoid any contact. The neighbor knows nothing about the problems Amin is facing in the apartment. The shocking truth, Amin realizes that the person he met in the first episode, the one who claimed to be the old neighbor, was actually an accomplice working for the landlord. Amin discovers that he is surrounded by a web of lies and deception, and that the landlord has a plan far deeper than simply renting out an apartment. Amin finds himself in real trouble after uncovering the network of lies surrounding him, realizing that the neighbor he first met was only a collaborator with the landlord. He feels the noose tightening around him, and the obsession with the killer landlord begins to dominate his mind. He goes to his friends and tells them about his shocking discoveries. They blame him again for not taking responsibility and suggest that he go to the police. But Amin strongly refuses, fearing the lack of any physical evidence to support his claims. The strange drink and the leaking faucet have both vanished, and he's afraid he might appear to the authorities as someone suffering from hallucinations or psychological disorder, especially since the landlord holds official contracts. trying to escape the tense atmosphere in the apartment. Amin goes out to meet another friend. The friend tries to calm him down and convince him to focus on his writing instead of drowning in suspicion. Amin returns to the apartment in the evening, feeling tense. He quietly opens the door only to find his chair tilted behind it, which drives him into anger and madness, confirming his fear that the landlord is watching and manipulating him. At that moment, the landlord suddenly appears in front of Amin, coldly denying any manipulation, claiming that the chair was never tilted, once again trying to plant doubt in Amin's mind. The landlord leaves, but Amin hears his voice speaking to someone else. It becomes clear that the landlord is complaining about Amin's behavior and wants to get rid of him. Amin suspects the friend he met earlier and asks him about the landlord's whereabouts. But the friend acts strangely and denies knowing anything, which increases Amin's suspicion that he is also being betrayed and conspired against by those around him. In the end, Amin decides to leave the house and escape early in the morning.